Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Aries EDC and another edition of TNFNU, Thoughts and Feelings and Updates. So, I have something kind of interesting to talk about today. Just kind of like building a brand and making it something that is going to last. I've been talking and thinking a lot about the future. And although right now things are really well as far as Aries EDC and the knives and me making knives and selling out and all of that, things are in a really good spot. The channel is doing fairly well, although it is a little weird that the beginning of the week I get a lot of views on some of the videos, and as the end of the week goes, it kind of dips off, and especially TNFNUs don't get a lot of views compared to some of the other videos that I drop. And I understand why, because it's just me sitting here talking to you guys. But it's like I've said before, it's more therapeutic for me than it is probably for you. But, you know, my wife and I brought it up, talking about the future, talking about what I'm doing now as a job, and how that's really not sustainable long term, and trying to figure out how to make Aries EDC sustainable long term. And you know, it boils down to a couple other things, and it's not just the knives, it's building a brand, building this channel, getting things like t-shirts. Like, you guys like my shirt? Do you want one? They will soon be available, very, very soon to you guys. And right now it's going to be on my Etsy store, but I'm trying to explore other options for that. But this was the first design, so I have several different colors, and it's just my logo on the front of it. Working on a black shirt with the white logo. Because I have to get a white logo made, which I will do. And then I have another logo or another shirt in the works, and you know, I can do hats and all the fun stuff, but it's all going to be on my Etsy store right now. So the link is in the description for my Etsy store, so you can check that out. But it's like, the knives is one thing, but can I do it long term, full time? If I had some better equipment, yeah, I could make more blades a week and do this full time. But what's that transition like? And what sacrifices have to be made? And this family has made a lot of sacrifices so that I could do the things that I want to do. And I very much appreciate all the things that especially my wife has had to deal with, not just with knives, but with like the reptile stuff that I used to be into, and it's a lot. And I support her with her stuff. She has her garden, she has her animals, so you know, it's a give and take. But you know, this knife thing is something that is popular, and she sees it, but can it be sustained? And I'm coming up with other things to do. Yes, I can make as many knives as I possibly can. I can put it out and hope that you guys continue to want them. But what does that look like 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now? Am I still going to have clientele that are still going to be wanting? Am I still going to be able to sell out my books? Am I still going to be popular, I guess, to people are going to be wanting one of my knives? And at one point, do I really have to start looking at what I'm charging? I got a custom knife made for me, and I paid way more than what I'm charging for the knives that I'm charging. And I've had many many comments come out say you should be charging more for your knives. And I guess you're right. And I have broke it down somewhat and based off of, materials, and then what I'm being paid per hour is really not a whole lot. But I don't know. This is all like future thing. So I'm building a brand. And with that comes like shirts. And just so you guys know, I have been shopping around my designs to some of the production companies. I think having a Aries EDC fixed blade production collaborating with somebody would be awesome. Because with these companies, you have two options. You can OEM them, which means they'll make whatever design you want and with whatever specifications you want. But at the end of the day, you're the one paying for it, and you're the one who's going to have to sell it, and you're the one who's going to have to distribute it, and it's going to be all on you. They're just making them in bulk, and then they're going to ship them to you, and it's up to you to do all the legwork. And that's a lot of upfront money, and a lot of people who probably might do it that way might have to take a loan out or find other ways to pay for that, because that's a lot of money, especially if you're getting a couple hundred knives run. That's a lot. Or you can collaborate. So you send them the design, they have their logo on it, and then you are a collaborator on the design, and you both put it out. And then they sell it, they handle all of the shipping, they take care of everything, and you get a percentage of that. Is that percentage a lot? I don't know. I haven't gotten to that stage yet. But I have been sending out my designs to a couple of the production companies, and so far I haven't gotten a lot of back. One company said they weren't interested. Another company said they don't really do fixed blades. So I have a couple other companies I'm still trying to reach out, but I think a production Aries EDC blade would be awesome. And with that, I've been asking around, and I have three models that I would love to see in production. Number one is the Bloom. I would love to see a Bloom in production. I think it's an awesome EDC fixed blade, so something like that. I think the Thorn and the Rockhopper. So the Bloom, the Thorn, and the Rockhopper are my three thoughts that are the three designs that really represent Aries EDC. I feel like those are the staple models. Yes, I make some bigger stuff. Yes, but those three are the three that I really would like to represent what I do. They're designs that I believe in. The small EDC fixed blade that once you get it in your hand, it's a small blade that feels like a big blade. I think Jim Miller recently mentioned something to me, and I probably just totally messed it up. But it's a small knife that when you get it in your hand, it feels like a bigger blade. And that's kind of where I'm at, especially with my EDC fixed blades. Now, I throw EDC in there because it's everyday carry. Every day. Not hey, I'm going on a special camping trip, I'm going on the special this, and then you take your specialized blade for that. But I'm talking EDC, and most everybody's EDC world, like mine, I don't need anything bigger than the Bloom. So this is the design I would really love to see, and I would love to see this. My vision is this design with a shadow boxed, just bolted on scale with a lanyard, just like the Minimalist. So the Minimalist has the 3-finger grip, but they do sell it with that lanyard, and that lanyard is something that you could hold on to. It gets your pinky in there. My Minimalist is up there. I can't reach it. But the Bloom. And then I was sharing these ideas with somebody, and somebody reached out and said, the Crow would be I would do the Crow if I were you. And as much as I love the Crow, and I think it's an amazing design, do I want that to be the first one to really represent Aries EDC as a brand? I don't think so. I really want either those three, the thorn, the rock hopper, or the bloom, to be one of the three to really start representing me, and then maybe I work up to the crow. But maybe I need to just kick that aside and be like, yeah, this is going to be my first production. Let me ship this around. Because I really need to get some drawings and make CAD stuff of it. And I do have some finished products that I can sell or show. I've only made 2 of them, but the last one came out really well. And the first one came out really well too. First time I'd ever done it. But I just, I wanted to share with you guys that I'm making a lot of effort into trying to make Aries EDC a brand and something that's sustainable. Who knows? I could get hurt and not be able to make knives and still design. And I have a bunch of designs, but I want them to be my designs and I want to be able to have them available for you guys in production. I think, a 14C 28N bloom with just like Shadowbox micarta or G10 or carbon fiber scales on it, that would be an awesome little carry with a nice Kydex sheath. I think that would be awesome. And I've shipped it out. Haven't really heard back. It's been over a month. I haven't really heard back from anybody or any of the dealers. I have another one that I'm working on. I just got some contact information with somebody, so I'm going to reach out to them hopefully this week to just send them pictures, send them my ideas, and see what they say. But I would love to be able to get that out there. But in the meantime, I'm still making. I'm still creating. I'm still doing my thing. The books are still filling. I have people reaching out to me on a weekly basis asking how to get into the books and bouncing ideas off of me of what they want to do with their build once they get in. And it's awesome. I want to help you. Because when it does come time and you get into books, then I already know what you want. I know what model you want. I know what steel you want. We've worked out a little bit with the handles, and then we can just get to work. But is it sustainable? It's great now. It's great right now. It's perfect right now. But is it sustainable? Can I make a living doing this? And that's the biggest thing. I haven't even hit a monetization on YouTube. Getting really close to the first step, but I'm still very far away. And I would like to grow the channel and be able to create a little bit of income, at least to help with knife supplies and shipping and doing those type of things. Getting new knives on the channel, like the Acorn. I just picked that one up. Really like this thing. Really like it. Really like the Acorn. Vosteed, I wish I could get some more Vosteeds because I really like Vosteeds. I need to become an affiliate with Vosteed. I'll have to look into that because, man, whew, my 2 Vosteeds, love my 2 Vosteeds. So that's kind of what I have for you guys. I'm making efforts and trying to make this sustainable. What does that look like? I don't know. There's some things that I need to put into place before I'm able to make that step. Obviously, some machines, some other steps. I think if I can get a better grinder, if I can get a heat treat oven, if I can get all of the tempering stuff so I could do all of my own heat treating, that would speed things up so much, because then with my stainless blades I could heat treat in house. But I need a heat treat oven, I need some liquid nitrogen. I need a dewar to put the liquid nitrogen in. I need some aluminum plates so I can plate quench and then temper in the cryo. And there's a lot of things that go into all of that kind of stuff. And then I would love to be able to heat treat, or I would love to be able to test the hardness of the blades once they're done. And they sell tools that do it. They're very expensive. They are very, very expensive, along with everything else. So I would love to have all of this new equipment, and then I could be self-sustaining and do everything myself. But maybe that's down the road. I'm still growing, and I'm still fairly new. I've only been making for 3.5 years now, so I'm a long ways away from doing it, and I'm just having fun with the process. So I hope you guys can understand that. And again, the first step is kind of making some swag. And I got some swag coming your way very, very, very soon. So if you haven't checked out my Etsy store, you gotta do that. When it's over, go there. Okay. So, updates. The three May stainless blades are on the way back, and I will get them on Saturday, the 1st. So Saturday the 1st, I will have them back. Hopefully, as long as USPS doesn't lie to me. But I will have them back here, and I can start finishing those 3 up. Again, it's a bloom harpoon, and a stigma. Those 3 are out, and hopefully they'll be coming back very, very soon. Is it a bloom? See, they've been gone so long, I forgot. Yeah, it's a bloom. So it's a bloom harpoon, and a stigma. So I have those 3 out, and looking forward to getting those back so that I can get those finished up. Then that leaves June. And I've been working on June. The Magna Cut blade is now off at heat treat, so that one's gone, and hopefully I'll get that back in a couple weeks. But then I'm not in a big hurry to get that one back, because I have the other 3 that I've been working on. And if you saw my short that I posted not too long ago, yesterday as this video comes out, they are finishing the temper right now. As a matter of fact, maybe I can take them out. They're cooling off. Let's see. Yeah, I can take them out. Are you ready? Ooh, that's hot. It's still hot. Still hot. Still hot. Still hot. Not that hot, but still hot. All right. So, blades are still smoking hot, but you have the bud. Yeah, you see that pattern finally. The bud. We have the Tobiko. Yeah, it's gonna look cool. So we have the 2 Damascus. They're looking good. Gonna be pretty killer to finish these guys up and get them cleaned up and acid etched and everything else. But temper went well. I'm looking for that nice straw color on the blade, and I definitely got that. So turned out pretty good. And then last up is the spike. And the spike looks pretty darn good. So we got the spike looking good. Gotta tell you, I got that tip really, really thin. Almost a little too thin. It disappears at the tip, but that's gonna be his little sticky slicer, man. I tell you what. it will be a little sticky slicer, that is for sure. So looking forward to getting these guys finished up. I got a video coming out, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with the handles on this one yet. It's still up in the air with what I want to do. There's a couple different options, but I'm still a long ways away from trying to figure that out, because like I said, once the May builds get back, then these guys get put on hold. So you guys might have to wait a little bit longer to get the spike, but it's coming out pretty good. Really happy with the way that design came out, and there's something about it. It's very simple. It's not crazy, but it's a very simple design that just kind of speaks to me, and it speaks to some of you, because you guys, there's been a lot of feedback on this one that you guys like it. So I can do a lot of different things with jimping and whatever handle materials I want. It is, for me, 3 fingers, and you get about half of the pinky on there. So again, 3 fingers and about half the pinky. I'll put a lanyard on it like I always do. You can spread out on it and I'll do the lanyard, but I have a pretty large hand, so it'll fit right there, and yeah, that thing is gonna be pretty cool. So we have now heat treated and tempered those, so they are done, ready to be cleaned up, get the maker's mark put on them, and other things that we do. But we'll see when Saturday comes, because as soon as I get those in, boop, those get put aside, and I can get to work on finishing up the May builds for you guys. And then I'll work on June, and then I'll be opening the books up in July, and I already have some really cool plans based on the things that you guys have said that you want. I'm really looking forward to getting some of those builds going, because they seem pretty exciting. But anyway, that's what I have for you guys. Again, if you're interested in a nice, cool Aries EDC shirt, check me out on Etsy, because that's going to be updating very, very soon. And please subscribe, like, leave a comment, or not. That choice is yours.